All right. No Filter MMA family. This, of course, is your boy BJ back with another live stream. Guys, I wanted to wait till Coach got finished with his live stream. Then I wanted to come here and talk about what's up, Marcus Bell. I wanted to talk about, God, I forgot to change the thumbnail photo for this. It still has Liana Jojua on it. Sorry about that, guys, but this video is not about Liana Jojua. Um, we are gonna talk about some flyweight matchups that I think should happen that could really push the momentum of the Division Four. I'm not saying that they're predetermined. I want you guys' input as well. Um, I didn't mean to put that up as I didn't mean to. I forgot to change the thumbnails. This video is not about Joshua. Um, so what I have here, guys, of course, at the top, Valentina and Jennifer Maya fighting for the belt. So these are all, to me, the top flyweights who are not booked to fight somebody right now. So I'm not sure if Alexa Grasso is booked to fight somebody. I didn't really look. I don't think she is. Um, but I did rank the top. I did put the top flyweights who are not scheduled to fight anybody, and I included Miranda Maverick just because I think that was a big win over Liana Jojua. I think that was a good solid win for her because she needed that win. Like she for sure needed that win. So I want to talk about with you guys, Joe Gravel. What's up, man? What's up, bro? I want to talk about what we think who should fight who if no matter beside the point of who the winner of Maya Shevchenko is, I want to talk about who you guys think should be the next matchup. So I'm going to put fighters on one side here. Okay, I'm going to put Jessica Andrade. I'm going to put the biggest wins on the left side. Okay, so I'm going to put Jessica Andrade there. Whether or not, I mean, I can't help, yes, sir, combo breaker. I can't help that. I mean, I don't think it's Lauren Murphy's fault that Cynthia Calvillo was taken out of that fight. That doesn't necessarily mean that Lauren Murphy, in this right here, that Lauren Murphy should fight Cynthia Calvillo. But I think the biggest wins have been Andrade, Calvillo for sure. Um, and just because of the whole situation with Lauren Murphy, I'm going to put Lauren Murphy on this side, guys. I just don't think that we should be blaming Lauren Murphy for that because it's not Lauren Murphy's fault that Calvillo got taken out. Lauren Murphy did what she was supposed to do, guys. And then also on this side, I'm going to put. I'm gonna go on a limb here, guys. I'm gonna go on a limb and put Miranda Maverick on this side right here. Okay. I'm gonna put Miranda Maverick on this side right here. Now, just because they're on this side, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be that way. It can be two people on the left side, two people on the right side, guys. But I want to talk. What's up, Reggie the Tree? Everybody in the chat section. What's up, Stamina MC? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Combo Joe, Marcus, everybody. I want to keep it short and keep it sweet on here tonight, guys. So, okay, Andrade is the clearly based off of what Andrade's done to Caitlin Chukagian, guys. You know, I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but it's kind of hard not to be expecting some kind of a finish like that with Jessica Andrade, especially when she's being backed into a corner. So, oh boy, Jessica Andrade. Who is the best matchup? You know, as a matter of fact, guys, I'm just gonna start with Jessica Andrade. I'm gonna take Lauren Murphy, Miranda Maverick, Cynthia Cav. I'm gonna take them off. And we're gonna do it like I'm just gonna take them off. Take them off automatically. We're just gonna start with Jessica Andrade. Very powerful striker, guys. Powerful striker, a lot of core strength, a lot of body strength, just raw brute power. Not very much technique. She got a lot of speed. You know what I'm saying? She can Jessica Andrade is just like a tractor that's moving at 150 miles an hour. It's hard to stop that tractor, guys. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to tell me who on this list, okay? Who on this list do you guys think, based off of what we saw, what we've seen previously from Jessica Andrade, and what we saw just a couple days ago against Chukagian, guys, or a week ago? Who do you guys think is the best matchup, stylistic wise, for Jessica Andrade? I mean, let's just good man. I thought Caitlyn was doing well, man. Calvillo versus we got 2 votes for Calvillo. Oh man, let's see what everybody else says. I got Coach saying Calvillo versus Jessica Andrade. I got Combo Breaker 99 saying Calvillo. I got Marcus Bell saying Calvillo. Okay, guys. Okay, I see. I feel you. I feel you. So, what is it about Calvillo? Like, what can Calvillo do? Does Calvillo have the size? Does she have the grappling? I don't know if the striking's quite there. If Andrade doesn't get the next shot, the only person she should fight is Lauren. Oh, stamina. Calvillo wasn't doing much recently at 115. It was due at 115. Yes, it was due at 115, Combo Breaker, but this is a different landscape. Same characters, different situation, different weight class, different landscape. You know what I'm saying? So by majority rules, yeah, coach, majority rules, I'm going to go with Cynthia Calvillo. Okay, and we're going to talk about each matchup, guys, as we make them. We're going to talk about each matchup as we make them. Cynthia Calvillo versus Jessica Andrade, guys. What is the landscape of that fight? What is the landscape of that fight? See, I would have put Lauren Murphy in there with Jessica Andrade. I would have done Lauren Murphy. I agree with Stamina MC. I think Lauren Murphy is the only one that has the size and the toughness to really stand up to Jessica Andrade, the brute power of Jessica Andrade. You know what I'm saying? But I say Calvillo jab, and if it goes to the ground, it makes it interesting. How good is Calvillo's chin? Yeah, how good is Cynthia Calvillo's chin? You know what I'm saying? How good is it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, coach. Like, Lauren Murphy is strong. Like, she can take shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can take shots, but I think the size. Let me look at Lauren Murphy. Look on the screen. Look at Lauren Murphy. She's just her photo is. You can see her size from her photo, guys. I mean, like, Lauren Murphy is a damn beast. I'm telling y'all, Lauren Murphy is a beast. All right, we're gonna move on to the next. Yeah, but Jessica Andrade, man, woo. Cynthia Calvillo would have to be Cynthia fucking Calvillo 2.0. Who y'all got in that fight though? Who y'all got in Andrade versus Calvillo? Who you got? Andrade versus Calvillo. Who you got? Who do you have? I want to see these answers. Who you got? Calvillo or Andrade? Let's go. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Throw them in there. Joe Gravel says I'd lean Andrade. Okay, we got 1 vote Andrade. Marcus Bell, we got 2 Andrade. Coach Shelton Harrison, 3 Andrade. Oh man, it's not even about size or whatever. It's about scheduling. Murphy has a better record, not resume. Okay, than anyone else in the division. If a 115er can move up and look better than the whole division, that's embarrassing all around. Okay. I mean, I can't argue with that. Jessica Andrade looked very good in that fight, man. She did. Even though I thought she was losing that fight, I thought Chukagian was definitely winning the fight on points. Um, I'm a Calvillo fan, but Andrade could finish her. Real talk. Calvillo got a touch and move. And I think Calvillo's stand up is solid, and she's got a reach. Calvillo's got reach, and she's thick at 125 pounds. Like Calvillo's big at 125. I think Andrade can get Cynthia near the cage and do a few of her slams. Yeah, yeah. I thought Caitlyn was winning Yeah, I thought Caitlyn was winning too, man. Excuse me, Catlin. I thought Catlin Chukagian was winning that fight, man. I thought it was, I thought she was. It's just, Andrade, of course, with the big explosive things, the slam, stuff like that. The big explosive things, of course, that was the more significant shot. Well, I don't know because Chukagian was landing a lot of body kicks, a lot of elbows, a lot of knees. Like Chukagian was doing well. I just thought that the shots that had more behind it, obviously, was coming from Jessica Andrade. Okay. All right. So who do you guys think the first person I should put up on the left side should be? Who's the next person? I'm thinking maybe. Ooh, see, it makes it tough putting Lauren Murphy. I mean, putting Cynthia Calvillo and Jessica Andrade right there. So it kind of leaves like, who would Lauren Murphy fight? She won't fight none of the girls that was left there. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, she wouldn't fight none of the girls that's left there. Lauren Murphy will probably end up fighting, Lauren Murphy could fight the winner of that fight. You know what I'm saying? Or I think we're kind of too close to a title shot to say that she would fight the winner of that fight. You know what I'm saying? I think they're kind of too close to a title shot. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, guys. The next person I'm going to put I'm gonna put her on the right side. I'm gonna put Macy Barber, guys. Put Macy Barber on the right side here. Okay. Who does Macy Barber fight on her return at 125? Who does Macy Barber fight? Lauren Murphy? That's actually, Coach, Coach, okay, Coach. If you talking Macy Barber versus Lauren Murphy, that's actually a good fight. That's actually a good fight. Lauren Murphy versus Macy Barber is actually a good damn fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're talking about standing in the pocket and throwing bombs, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Coach says Maverick for Macy Barber. Uh-huh. Maverick for Macy Barber. All right, guys, I got one Matt Murphy would crush Barber. It'd be unsightly. Okay, so out of this list, who should Macy Barber fight? This list, guy, because Macy Barber, I think Macy will get a big fight on her return. I really do, man, because the UFC loves me. Okay, we got um, Alexa Grasso versus Macy. Okay, that's not a bad matchup either, man. I think that's actually a good Murphy versus Barber and Alexa Grasso versus Barber. Because guys, Alexa Grasso, her boxing and her flyweight debut, her boxing looked fucking good. Her speed looked good. Her power looked good. Like Alexa Grasso was in there. That's why I put Alexa Grasso on this list because Alexa Grasso has that was a good fight for her at 125. Like that was a good showcase, a good showing of herself at 125. She looked bigger, faster, and stronger at 125. Healthier at 125. Alexa needs a shake. I like Alexa versus Macy too. Okay, so we got how many for I don't know, guys. Who for Macy Barber? Out of this list right here, guys, who should Macy Barber if we're talking if the UFC is going to give Macy Barber a big fight, who should it be? Let's see. Grasso gets overpowered. Barber will dominate even for being technically fit. Yeah, coach. I think I'm gonna have to go with Alexa. Listen, guys, Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that matchup for a second, guys. Let's talk about Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso. You know, I think the speed of Alexa Grasso can be a problem for Macy Barber because if you look at how Roxanne Modafferi bounced them broke knees all around that. If broke knee Roxy can outmaneuver Macy Barber, I mean, I think that's kind of where Jillian messed up. If Jillian Robertson was a little more of a sound striker in that fight, because what Jillian, the technique that Jillian was using in the striking, Jillian was coming forward and she was meeting Macy Barber in the middle. Like Jillian was content to stand in the phone booth and trade with Macy Barber. which Jillian had little success. She had some success doing that. You know what I'm saying? Landed good combinations on Macy Barber. Good combinations for Jillian Robinson on Macy Barber. Wasn't quite enough, but Jillian Robinson went full forward and met Macy Barber in the middle. And you can't do that. Like, you can't meet Macy Barber in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look at this comment. Grasso needs a full-fledged flyweight. Let me see what you're saying. He's a full-fledged flyweight that's one step below top 10. Tell us something about her. Um. uh, well, I mean, you're right, yeah. But what is Macy Barber ranked now? She's not in. She's not in the top 10 anymore, is she? Is is Macy Barber still in the top 10? If she is, she's like number 9. Like, if she is in the top 10, she's like number 9. Like, she's barely in the top 10 if she's in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? 11. Okay, yeah. So Macy Barber is not even in the top 10. But and isn't Alexa Grasso ranked, or did they boot Alexa Grasso with the recent Grasso is right there for Maverick makes the most sense from the names here. So you guys want okay, so Maverick versus Barber or Barber versus Grasso or Barber versus Maverick? Which fight would create the most momentum from either one of them winning? Which fight would mean the most of for whoever won it? Barber versus Maverick or Barber versus Grasso. I think if Alexa Grasso could go out there and start Macy Barber, if she could go out there and beat Macy Barber, you know what I'm saying? Macy being strong and powerful and dropping and flattening girls. If Alexa Grasso can go out there and pick Macy Barber apart, I think that's a big win for Alexa Grasso. That's a solid win for Grasso. If she can go out here and outstrike Macy Barber, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't think Alexa Grasso would try to take. Yeah, I think Alexa Grasso could outbox Macy Barber too, dude. I think that a win over Barber for Alexa Grasso. I think that would be for 2 wins in a row. First 2 wins at flyweight. Her first 2 fights and then first 2 wins at flyweight. A win over Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a because the contender series people are booming right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the contender series people is really booming right now. And if Grasso can take out Macy Barber, then I think that kind of puts Alexa Grasso in that, you know what I'm saying, that top 10 conversation. But if Macy Barber can knock off Alexa Grasso, I think that speaks a lot, knowing, being where Alexa Grasso has been, how long she's been in the UFC, who she's fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, the name behind Alexa Grasso would be huge. I think that is actually the perfect matchup, guys. I think that Alexa Grasso should fight Macy Barber. I think that's a damn good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do think that's a good matchup. But just in case, the UFC, even though Grasso versus Macy Barber is a good fight, guys. Even though that's a good fight, I'm gonna have to take Alexa Grasso off of there, guys. And I'm gonna have to put Lauren Murphy there. And this is why I'm gonna do that, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm gonna do that. Because the UFC machine is behind Macy Barber. Okay? The UFC machine is behind Macy Barber. Macy Barber took that loss. Macy Macy Barber took that loss to Roxanne Modafferi, but don't be surprised if they were to let Macy Barber get a big fight. Do not be surprised if they give Macy Barber. Listen, they did it to Antonina Shevchenko. Okay, they gave Antonina Shevchenko a big fight against Katlyn Chookagian coming off of a loss. And I don't even think that the UFC machine is behind Antonina the same way that they're behind Macy Barber. The UFC loves Macy Barber. Okay. I'm just gonna be real. The UFC loves Macy Barber. And I would not the way the curveballs are being thrown here at 125 pounds, guys. I would not in any way be surprised if they were to make a fight like that. If they were to make Lauren Murphy, because Lauren Murphy had her opportunity to call, like Coach has been talking about calling people out. Now I'm starting to kind of understand the call out thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lauren Murphy had her chance to call people out. She didn't. So it is what it is there. But I would not be surprised they made if they let Macy Barber fight, they gave Macy Barber a big fight coming back off of that injury. I just wouldn't be surprised, guys. I would not be surprised. So let's look at these comments. Girls that don't move their head, Maverick is a shot to land her elbow punch. Wait a minute. Girls that don't move their head, Maverick has a shot to land her elbow punch in their nose. Yes, she does, dude. That was a beautiful shot. But like I said, guys, Liana Jojua, those fighters with those big noses, man, those big nose fighters. I mean, look at the history. Misha Tate, I've said this before. Roy McDonald, Bilal Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Like Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Those girls with big noses, those fighters with big noses, man. You know, if that nose is sticking out there, somebody gonna hit it. Somebody gonna hit it, and that's something that Liana Jojo was gonna have to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like she's got to work on that because that nose was right there to be hit. And Miranda Maverick saw that and she took it. She busted up the nose and then she just landed that elbow, man. And Liana Jojo, they stopped it. 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 Yeah, man. Big nose fighters, man. They at risk. They at risk. They at risk for that nose getting busted wide open. And see, and Montana De La Rosa don't even have a big nose. She got a long, pointy nose. And boy, when Montana take two or three good jabs to the face, man, that nose is busted open every single time. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's kind of like Nate Diaz when Nate Diaz gets hit when he gets jabbed to the face one time, all of his skin just burst open, all of that scar tissue under his skin, man. If you look at pictures up close pictures of Nate Diaz, you can see the wear and tear on Nate Diaz's face, man, from all those cuts and all those bloody wars he's been in, all that scar tissue, on his eyebrows and on his cheeks and around his eyes, man. Like, that's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure inside of Montana De La Rosa's nose, inside of Liana Jojua's nose, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of scar tissue, man. Like Misha Tate had to have reconstructive surgery on her nose after the fights with Amanda Nunes and Raquel Pennington, because Raquel Pennington jabbed Misha Tate to death in that fight, man. And and she didn't have surgery after the Amanda Nunes fight, and then she went into the fight with Rocky Pennington. It was like oof, 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 oof. You know, so those big nose fighters, man, they just gotta be careful, man. They gotta really utilize the head movement, man, because those fighters are gonna know that nose is out there, man. They're gonna bust that nose up. If Liana Jojua if she don't start, utilizing a head movement, her nose is gonna be busted up. That's gonna be the first thing that people see. As beautiful as that, guys. Listen, I think I'm attracted to big nose girls because I think Liana Jojua is absolutely gorgeous with that big nose. As beautiful as that nose is on her face, you know what I'm saying. When it comes to fighting, that is her biggest disadvantage. As beautiful as Misha Tate's big nose was, it is a huge disadvantage when it comes to fighting. And it just is what it is, guy. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, as sexy as Jędrzejczyk is, that nose get busted up. Oh my God, you got to be careful there. Randa Marcos too. I ain't never really seen Marcos' nose get busted up, but anyways, getting off on a tangent. Um, Barbara's return fight can't be versus anyone that doesn't ascend her star. Murphy has division momentum, therefore credibility, the same way a win over Roxy would have been as a veteran. Uh, Barbara has more name value than either one of them. Grasso has more than Maverick. I don't think Barber beating either woman does much for her and her star power. UFC needs to build on that on what they have. But no, how about yeah? Nadia Cassim. You know, I like Nadia Cassim, dude. I really did. Listen. You know, Nadia Cassim was cut from the UFC, but Nadia Cassim was knocking girls out in Australia. I was pumped about her actually when I heard she was coming to the UFC because, well, after I read she was coming to the UFC, I did the research on Nadia Cassim and I seen her fights and how she fought. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, this girl can fight, but I just feel like she was fight. She wasn't. She had trouble making straw weight. Then she tried to fight at flyweight, and then she fought girls who were big and strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got that one good win in the UFC, and then she started fighting girls who were just bigger and more powerful than she was. Like, she couldn't knock those flyweights out because, like, in the fight with Montana De La Rosa, Montana was just way too physical for Nadia Cassim. Like, those physical fighters like that, like, she can't keep up with. And in that flyweight, man, Nadia Cassim wouldn't have made it at flyweight. And if she would have ran into somebody like Tatiana Suarez or Carla Esparza at strawweight, it just wouldn't have been well, man. Because Montana De La Rosa said that Nadia Cassim didn't feel like shit up under her. Like, the power was, I mean, like, the strength was just not there. I think Montana used the word noodly. You know what I'm saying? Like, she felt noodly, like girly and noodly. Like, there wasn't much strength there. So, I hate that Nadia Cassim is out because I feel like she never really found her footing. Like, she had that big win over Alex Chambers, but I think that she never could really get her. She's kind of soft like Chukagian, I guess. Like, it didn't take much for her to get finished with that body shot, man. I don't know. I hate that Cassim got cut though. I like Cassim. You said what she look. I'm so. Oh, as far as how she look. Oh, Nadia sexy. Oh man, what you mean? Nadia Cassim is fine, even with the big ass glasses on. Nadia Cassim is fine, fine. Go look at the weigh-ins when she fought Montana De La Rosa. In the ceremonial weigh-ins when she was standing on the scale and they took forever to read her weight, man. Like, I was just looking at Nadia like, oh man. See, it's those dark features, man. Like blonde hair, blue eyes. Blonde hair, blue eyes don't really do much for me, man. When it comes to white women, for me, it's brunettes, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Like dark features, full lips, full features, full noses, brown eyes, like dark features. Like that's what I like. So as far as my sisters, I like my sisters. Period. But like white women, I feel like I like brunettes with big features like Misha Tate, you know what I'm saying? Like big noses, full lips. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. That's what I like, man. Yeah. Like Norma Dumont, you know what I'm saying? Like just full features. I don't like no plain looking women. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. Like Paige Van Zandt. It's like Paige Van Zandt is just not appealing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Nadia is very attractive. BJ, you're not turning me into a simp tonight. I feel like with the women, most of these fighters to enter, then they are the top five. I mean, I guess so. I mean, no, not really, man, not really. But let's get on to the next matchup, guys. Lauren Murphy versus Macy Barber, I think would be. I think that matchup could do a lot because if Lauren Murphy can turn back Macy Barber, then that kind of lets us know Macy Barber's place. You know what I'm saying? Like that lets if she can't get past Lauren Murphy, if Lauren Murphy turns back Macy Barber, then that we kind of know Macy Barber's place right now. But if Macy Barber can go in here and beat Lauren Murphy, you know what I'm saying? Then let's put Macy Barber's money where her mouth is. You know what I'm saying? Because she was talking about she wanted to fight Valentina, she wanted to do this. Like, okay, if Macy Barber can beat Lauren Murphy, then we gotta start talking about Macy Barber. And these are all hypothetical matchups, guys. And then at the end, I'll tell you which matchups I think have the most faith. I have the most faith in. I think Murphy could win it too, dude. I think Murphy wins it too. Cassim got that Arab goddess going, that Arab goodness. Yeah, Rosto is hella pretty, but there's not enough of her. The shape hurts my heart. Poor thing. Veronica Macedo, when she smiled and I seen her teeth, like I'm like, close your mouth, Macedo. Like keep taking pictures with your mouth closed. Because when I seen Macedo's teeth, I was like, whoa, whoa, close your mouth, Macedo. But Macedo's cute too. Yeah, she is. Anissa Adawi, yes, yes. Lauren is a grinder. That'll work on Barber. Yeah, man, like Roxanne Modafferi. That's how Roxanne won that fight. That's how Roxanne dominated that first one. The activity, the awkwardness, like the off timing. Like Macy could never get the timing. I don't even think Macy landed like maybe one or two big shots on Roxanne. I don't think it was that. Like Roxanne didn't take a whole lot of damage in that fight. You know, I think girls who choose to it's gonna take you have to Macy Barber either has to catch you or you have to be engaging Macy Barber. Like period. She just has to catch you. She has to catch you slipping or you have to be engaged. You have to be engaging with Macy Barber, like in the pocket, for her to really to for you to really feel that, feel the heat from Macy Barber. Like JJ Aldrich, man, just man, like she floored and JJ Aldrich was winning that fight. Like J.J. Aldrich was schooling Macy Barber. And then Jillian Robertson, like I said, man, like Jillian Robertson, came forward. And that was like when I was like, whoa, Jillian's doing a lot of striking here. You know what I'm saying? Like she came forward and met Macy Barber in the middle, which I was like, that was the wrong idea. She should have done what she did against Poliana and went straight for the takedown and started working on Macy Barber right away. Even though I gave Jillian props for the striking that she did do, because Jillian's striking was very efficient. Like it was her accuracy was very good in that fight. I mean, landed a head kick, landed a quick knee to the face on Macy Barber at the end of a little combination. You know what I'm saying? Like Jillian was you could tell she had worked on her striking, but Macy Barber was not the fight to do that with. That just was not the fight. It just wasn't the fight. You know. Let's look at these comments. Yeah, TJ, but let me not derail this stream further. Oh God. Um, I know Stamina Joe. I think Joe said Barbara didn't get hurt. Would she have beat Roxanne? You know, she didn't get hurt till the second round. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, would the fight have continued to go like the first round? Because Macy Barber was not injured in the first round. I don't care what her dad said. I don't care what she said. Macy Barber was not injured in that first round. She did not get injured until round two. And if the fight would have, maybe she would have had a chance to land a big shot if the fight had continued on because Roxanne looked to be engaging Macy somewhat on the feet. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Jillian Robertson was stuck. What surprised me is that Jillian Robertson was stuck to Macy Barber in that fight. When that fight went to the cage, like Jillian Robertson was on Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? And she could not get Macy Barber to the ground. Roxanne Modafferi took Macy Barber down with ease. But I think the difference was that Roxanne Modafferi shot for the takedown versus Jillian Robertson pulled guard. Like that's what Jillian did. Like Jillian pulled guard on Macy and tried to roll through to a single leg, and she held on to that single leg. Versus Roxanne shot for the takedown. I think if Jillian was to work on her athleticism and start shooting power double legs, like Jillian Robinson could be a lot more effective if she was to start shooting hard, powerful, explosive takedowns. You know, JJ did nice. Yeah, oh yeah. Nope, Barbara can't fight going backwards. No head movement, no footwork. Roxy knew she just had to be first, and it worked the treat. Yeah, yeah. Yes, BJ. Roxy transitions better than Jillian Robinson to get to the fight where she wants to. Yeah, I think Jillian got just a tad bit reckless because I believe Jillian felt the power of Macy Barber. Because Macy landed a few shots on Jillian. I think Jillian felt the power and was just like, okay, I got to get this fight to the ground. And I think she got kind of careless. Versus if you look at Jillian Robinson when she fought Courtney Casey, Jillian Robinson put the pressure on Courtney Casey coming forward with strikes. She put pressure on Courtney Casey, and when Jillian got Courtney's back against the fence, that's when Jillian Robinson shot for the takedown. See, if Jillian had incorporated that method into the fight with Macy Barber, it would have been a completely different fight. If she would have incorporated that method that she used to get Courtney Casey big Karen ass down to the mat, then I think it would have been a lot different in the fight with Macy Barber. That's a very winnable fight for Jillian Robinson. Macy Barber is a winnable fight for Jillian Robinson, but like I've stated before, guys, Jillian Robinson got one hitter quitter. She has that in her pocket. If Macy Barber can catch you, she can disorient you, and that's what she did to Jillian Robinson. She disoriented Jillian Robinson. As bad as I hate to say that, she disoriented Jillian, and she got Jillian off of her game. Because if Jillian would have kept going for takedowns, if Jillian would have kept going trying to get this fight to the ground, eventually Jillian Robinson would have got Macy Barber to the ground. I mean, eventually she would have got Macy Barber down. And we all seen how Macy Barber fights off of her back. She doesn't. She doesn't. So Macy Barber she cannot fight off of her back. I mean, it just is what it is. She can't fight off of her back. So now we know that about Macy Barber. But I think the fight with Lauren Murphy is a good fight. Okay, I'll say I think Andrade beats everyone in his division except Valentina. Since 2016, she's 8-3 with 5 finishes. Her only losses are to elite level strikers like Joanna Rose and Zhang. That's a bold statement, Joey Gravel. Guys, you guys jump over to Bloody Canvas MMA, guys, and subscribe. Joe Gravel is one of the top writers in at Bloody Canvas MMA because we're all top writers. That's right. That's right. That's my boy, Joe Gravel, my fellow greenery buddy. What's up, man? Um, Two of those losses are by decision. One a split against Rose, and she would have won if it was 5 rounds. Joe, that's bold, Joe. That's bold, Joe. That's bold, Joe. Listen to that Joe coming in with the shits. Okay, Joe, I feel the heat, bro. I feel the heat, fam. Okay, guys, who is the next fighter that should go on the left hand side? We got 4 fighters and 2 fights to make, guys. Who should go on the left side? I think any combination of these matchups, guys, could really shift the momentum on in the flyweight division. On the side note, Mallory Martin was able to get Macy to the ground, but that was an LFA. Yeah, but man, Macy Barber is hard to take down, man. Macy Barber is hard to take down because she's so damn big and her base is so fucking wide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's like Macy Barber doubled in size. Listen, I bet you Macy Barber walking to that cage about 140 when she's fighting 125. She walking in about 140. I'm telling you, man, Macy Barber walking in about 140. And I'm telling you, Dean Thomas even said it, man. When I interviewed Dean Thomas said, man, that girl, man, she is big. Macy Barber is something big. So, okay, all right, guys, who should be next on the left-hand side? What you got? I'm just going to go for a loop here, guys. I'm going to go for a loop here, okay? I'm going to throw Alexa Grasso on there. I'm going to throw Alexa Grasso because I think it's time for Alexa Grasso to fight, okay? I think Alexa Grasso needs to fight. Which one of these girls could spell a big win for Alexa Grasso? Or which one of these girls with a win over Alexis Grasso could mean a lot for them? What's a good matchup for Alexa Grasso, guys? What you got? We got Miranda Maverick, we got Jillian Robertson, and we got Montana De La Rosa. Who would be a good matchup for Alexa Grasso? Let's go, guys. Pour them in. Pour them in. Get them comments in. What you think? Smash that like button for your boy. Please do so. Please do so. All right, guys. I'm waiting on your comments. Alexa Grasso needs to fight ASAP. She needs to fight ASAP. These flyweights, man, they got to get more active, man. They do. They got to get more active. I really think that the UFC should start doing all women cards, man. We need that. We need those to push these divisions forward to get the ball moving in these damn divisions, dude. Because you'll go 2 or 3 fight cards without a fight in certain divisions, and there's many fighters that are in these divisions. These fights should be happening. There should be fights from every division, each fight card. I think. I'm just being honest. I do. I think that. I think there should be fights from every weight class on each card every week. Keep these fighters active, man. I mean, and if not, keep the division active. Keep the division active. I mean, at least do that. Who we got? Who we got, guys? Against Alexa Grasso. Who is the most appealing matchup with Alexa Grasso? Maverick, because the rest won't move the needle. Okay. Okay, so we got Maverick for Alexa Grasso, guys. One vote Maverick. Who you got, guys? Jillian Robinson, Miranda Maverick, or Montana De La Rosa for Alexa Grasso? I'm waiting on these comments, guys. I'm about to spark up this green while I wait on these comments. Y'all let me know who you think. Grosso Montana might be a style nightmare for Montana. True. That's true, combo breaker. That's very true. But look at how Tatiana Suarez dominated Alexa Grasso, though. Tatiana was able to get past the strikes of Alexa Grasso to get that fight to the ground and dominate Alexa Grasso. Like, it hurt me to see Tatiana. And I knew Tatiana wasn't going to let up on Alexa Grasso, but them real pretty girls, it's hard to see him get beat up like that. And I'm like, damn, Tatiana ain't gonna stop either. Like, she gonna beat her the fuck up. Grasso versus Jillian. Ooh, okay, let me see. Grasso versus DLR or Maverick as another proving ground for her. Okay. Or for Maverick. Or redemption for De La Rosa. Grasso has no business with Jillian Robinson. Stamina. Stamina, dude, you so wild, bro. He said Casso has no business with Jillian Robertson. Combo Breaker's all for it. Combo Breaker says Jillian Robertson. My pick, Andrade, winner, winner of Valentina and Andrade. Huh? Wait a minute. I'm missing that. I'm missing that, Bullet KO. That first comment is confusing me. My pick, Andrade, winner of Val and Andrade. You mean of Valentina? You mean of Valentina and Maya? Andrade should get the winner of Valentina and Jennifer Maya. Oh, absolutely. I believe that too. But that's just in case they put another fight in front of Jessica Andrade because she's only had one fight in the division. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what. Yeah, Bullet KO. I got you. I got you. Um, yeah, Barbara coming back early 20. Yeah, exactly. That's just a couple of months away. That's not far off. 2021 is just like what 2, 3 months away. So all right, so let's see what we got. Andrade and Murphy. Ooh, that's not. No, I know it's not disrespect. I thought it was hilarious, Stamina. I thought it was funny. Gio needs contendership pairings. Grasso needs prospect pairings. I don't know. You got to explain that a little bit more. Needs content. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. But you don't think Alexa Grasso has enough momentum to be pushed at 125? I mean, no, because she was losing at 115 and she was missing weight at 115. Or was she winning at 115? Let me look up her record. Let me look up her record. Alexa Grasso. Was she losing at 115 before she went to 125? Guys, I'm telling you, like Combo Breaker 99 said, man, all these fights and shit, they start to run together, man. That's why we get fight amnesia, man. Okay, come on. I'll get back to these comments in just 1 second, guys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She had. Okay. She was win loss. She was spotty at 115. Okay. She was spotty at 115. Okay. Okay. She lost to Felice Herrig. She beat Randa Marcos. She lost to Tatiana Suarez. She beat Karolina Kovalevich. She lost to Carla Esparza, and then she beat Ji Young Kim at flyweight. So, yeah, she was kind of losing at 115. She wasn't doing the best at 115. So I kind of see what you. Thank you, Bullet KO. Um, I kind of see what you guys mean. I think Maverick could be. Okay, let me go back and read here. Yeah, she shouldn't fight Jillian Robertson. Andrade Murphy. Oh, that's a good one. That was my point earlier. Too many fighters aren't ready, but are ranked. Zero competition at 125. Nice visual, BJ. No more, no more than one loss. Grasso had at 115 was because she got in her own way. If she can just train and not fuss over weight, let's really see who she is in the fight. Show us her level. Yeah, that's why I think stamina. That's why she's on this list because the UFC loves Alexa Grasso. We know that the UFC loves Grasso, and she came into the division and got a win. You know what I'm saying? And she got a win over the girl I mean, she got a win over Ji Young Kim, who's been kind of a stepping stone at 125. So the first test she passed. I guess Ji Young Kim is like the new gatekeeper, and Molly McCann and Antonina Shevchenko. Like they're more of the gatekeepers at 125 now. Jillian Robertson is no longer that. She no longer is that role anymore at 125. Grasso needs to be somewhere developing, but she's a contender who can't contend. But Alexa, the thing about Alexa though, Alexa Grasso has the skills. She has good striking. Like her striking is really, really good. Really, really good. No, TJ, you tripping. Stop tripping, bro. I think Alexa Grasso, there's a lot of winnable fights for her if we can see a much better Alexa Grasso that doesn't have to worry about cutting weight. That's big. That's real big. Is that Alexa Grasso doesn't have to worry about cutting weight, guys. Like that's a really big thing. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited that we get to see her not fighting the scale. The scale is the problem. Um Pretty one dimensional. There was never any danger of there being any wrestling in that fight. Oh, absolutely none at all. Stamina. That was the perfect matchup for Alexa Grasso. That was the perfect. So once again, guys, I didn't forgot who for Alexa Grasso. Who for Alexa Grasso? Let y'all put that in. I'm gonna light this green back up. Who was the official pick for Alexa Grasso? I think Maverick will be that would be a good fight for Grasso if Grasso could turn back Miranda Maverick. Or actually, I like Montana De La Rosa versus Alexa Grasso too. I love that fight. I love De La Rosa. Um, I love De La Rosa versus Alexa Grasso. You know what I'm saying? But I think as far with the comment that Stamina, I think it was Stamina that made it that said that Alexa Grasso needs prospect fights. I think that combo, I think that statement is what pushed me to put Alexa Grasso versus Miranda Maverick. I think that right there pushed it over the edge for me. So I'm gonna go with Alexa Grasso and Miranda Maverick. Now that leaves us guys with Jillian Robertson versus Montana De La Rosa. And that's a good matchup, guys. And everybody's been saying that that's a good matchup. I'm gonna do this right here to give these two a little bit more respect, guys, because these two deserve a little more respect than to be small on the screen like that. So I'm gonna put Jennifer and Valentina down here, and I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger, guys, because that's the champ and the contender right there. That's the champ and the title challenger right there, guys. There we go. I'm gonna make them just a little bit bigger there, okay? And I'm gonna do it just like that. I'm gonna do it just like that. Guys, Montana De La Rosa and Jillian Robinson is a very interesting fight. I think Montana De La Rosa is better on the feet than Jillian Robertson. I think she's a little more powerful than Jillian Robertson. She could stun Jillian Robertson on the feet. And I think when the fight goes to the floor, I think that Jillian Robertson has a slight advantage on the ground than Montana De La Rosa. I think De La Rosa is very physical, she's a lot more physical and athletic than Jillian Robertson. But the technique of Jillian Robertson, as we've seen, technique beats strength. And Mackenzie Dern turned Montana into a pretzel back in LFA. So I think that if the fight went to the ground, Montana's, submission defense would have to come into play. Um, I think I could see Montana getting into a dominant position in the grappling if she was just to outmuscle Robinson, if she was to find because Robinson is sometimes slow to transition between different things, guard passes and stuff like that. Sometimes Jillian can be kind of like when she's moving in between things, she kind of floats in between it sometimes. And if Montana could be explosive, she could flip it around on Jillian Robinson on the ground for sure. She could catch Jillian in one of those transitional moments, and then boom, she could switch it around on Jillian. And Montana has the skills, I think, to hang with Jillian Robinson on the ground. Now on the feet, I think that we could see Jillian really exercise her striking on the feet to see what she really has against someone like Montana. Montana doesn't have the best striking, but Montana has a good jab and Montana has a good right hand. You know what I'm saying? So um, that could be a very competitive fight. I think that fight, Jillian versus Montana, I think the winner of that fight would truly, would emerge. I think that would be like one of the last tough house pairings. If that fight was to happen, like that would be like the last, the winner of that fight would be like the last hopeful of the tough house, other than Lauren Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like that, they would be like the last hopeful, the last good thing that come out of the tough house. The winner of that fight. But I don't see the UFC really pairing De La Rosa and Robertson together. I think they're too similar. They're too similar in styles, and I think that the UFC wants to see how far they'll go before they match them with each other. Um, Now that's just how it ended up, guys. Let's look at this. Um, I like Maverick and Montana. That might be a fight they give Montana since Maverick isn't ranked. Just not sold on her stamina. Me either. On who? On Maverick? I ain't mad at just the wording tickled me. What serious competition does she face to be seen as a contender? She's a middle of the road prospect. Okay, I mean I can go with that. She's in a division outskirts fight, a mid tier at best until I see different. Okay, I mean I can't argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that because Montana did lose that fight to Viviane Araújo. She did lose that fight, and Montana needed to win that fight. She needed to win that fight. Okay, she needed to win that fight, and she dropped the ball in that fight. I don't think she came into that fight with the best game plan. Okay, guys, so those were your matchups. Those were your matchups, guys. I'm going to give you my matchups. I'm going to give you my fantasy matchups, okay? My fantasy matchups. Here we go. First of all, I would put Jessica Andrade in there. She doesn't move. I would put Jessica Andrade in there, of course, with Lauren Murphy. Let's emerge the true contender at 125 pounds. Cynthia Calvillo out of the fight with COVID. Let her do her thing. These two need to fight. They took very minimal damage in their most recent fights. I think a quick turnaround. Andrade doesn't have to cut the 115 anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think they can both make a quick turnaround and fight this fight. You know what I'm saying? And then we can see then the winner of this fight is really the true number one contender. Because Lauren Murphy deserves, guys, I know Jessica Andrade has the record that she has. She's come from where she's come from. She's done what she's done. She was a champion at 125. I get it. But Lauren Murphy has been scrapping it out at 125 since the birth of the division, guys. And so is De La Rosa and Montana. And so is De La Rosa and Robertson. These girls have been scrapping it out at 125 since the birth of the division. And guys, I'm sorry. I know what you guys gonna say, whatever, but that holds some merit. That holds some merit. Um, the next matchup that I would make, guys, which I think is rematch, a huge rematch at 125 is Jillian Robertson versus Cynthia Calvillo. That's a big matchup, guys. That's a big fucking matchup. Jillian Robertson versus Cynthia Calvillo gives Jillian Robertson the opportunity to put her where I think she really should have been in the division. I think that's where Jillian really should be at 125 pounds. It's up in the spot where Calvillo is, or in the top 8, top 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really where Jillian Robinson can be. And I think that this version of Jillian Robinson is a much different version than the Jillian Robinson that fought Cynthia Calvillo before they came into the UFC. She took that fight on 36 hours notice. 36 hours notice. Okay? And she was very, very green. Very, very green back then. You know, but Jillian Robinson, guys, that's a huge opportunity for Jillian Robinson, and I think Jillian has deserved an opportunity like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's deserved an opportunity to fight Cynthia Calvillo. Cynthia Calvillo burst into this division with a spotty record at 115, a spotty time at 115. You know what I'm saying? And won a fight with Jessica I, and boom, now she's the number one contender. But it is what it is. Or no, Chukagian's number one contender. I mean, Andrade. But, it is what it is with that. Whatever. But I do think that Jillian Robertson versus Cynthia Calvillo is very. I think a lot of eyes would be on that rematch. I mean, it just is what it is. A lot of eyes will be on the Jillian Robertson, Cynthia Calvillo. Shut up. Bullet KO. Roger, you stop it. So Roger, the guys, there's an elephant in the room. There's an elephant in the room. Anyway, yeah, I think a lot of eyes would be on Calvillo Robertson too, for sure. For sure. The next fight that I think, guys, should be made is Miranda Maverick versus Montana De La Rosa. That's the fight to make. That's the fight to make, guys. Miranda Maverick versus Montana De La Rosa. Okay? That's it. That's the fight to make. These are my rankings. These are my matchups. I think for Maverick, beating De La Rosa is beating someone who's been solid in the division. Okay? It's beating you favor Cynthia. Woo wee! I don't know about that combo. I don't know about that. Because Jillian Robinson is not anywhere close to the same fighter that she was. But Miranda Maverick has everything to gain from beating Montana De La Rosa. Okay, Miranda Maverick can say, okay, beating Liana Jojua, especially by doctor stoppage, is not really saying. Okay, let me put it like this: Liana Jojua was 1-1 in the UFC. Okay, she was 1-1 in the UFC versus Montana De La Rosa is 3-2 in the UFC. So it's like, okay, you got De La Rosa that's 3-2. I think it's 3-2. She beat Maya Stevenson, Rachel Ostovich. No, she's 4-2. Maya Stevenson, Rachel Ostovich, Nadia Kassem, and Marva Melbarella. Montana is 4-2 in the UFC. So Miranda Maverick beating Montana, somebody who's had 6 fights in the UFC and has won 4 of them, and that would speak a lot for Miranda Maverick. It would speak a lot for it would solidify Montana De La Rosa as a ranked flyweight if she was to turn back someone with the momentum of Miranda Maverick. If De La Rosa could turn back Maverick, you know what I'm saying? I think then we could see Montana somewhat get back to where she was, because Montana was climbing the rankings. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is what it is. She was climbing the rankings. So let's look at these comments. Maverick opens up the nut. That's if Maverick can get that jab off. With the size difference, do you really think? I mean, Jojo was not that big. Jojo was the same size as Maverick. De La Rosa, on the other hand, De La Rosa, who has a decent, solid jab in Miranda Maverick's face, no, that's a little different, man. That's a little different. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Montana struggle against really technical strikers like KGB and Atarujo. You know what I'm saying? Maverick ain't known for being such a technical striker. I think Montana is a little better, actually a lot better on the feet than Liana Jojua. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I don't know about Miranda Maverick getting them same shots off on De La Rosa that she got off on Liana Jojua. Slow down on Maverick, dude. She only fought 1 fight. Okay? I mean, Montana De La Rosa stick that jab in Miranda Maverick's face, and she's gonna probably force Miranda Maverick to go to the ground with her. You know what I'm saying? So let's combo. Calm down. Is that what my Arp is saying in the What's up, Arp? Arp is saying in the chat. Maverick can jab. Yeah, but can she jab Montana De La Rosa up though? Can she jab De La Rosa up? That's the question. I mean, come on, man. Montana is big, dude. She's tall and she's long and she's got a long reach. Her and Atarujo have the same reach. Like if Montana sticks a jab out there in Maverick's face, dude, that reach advantage is gonna come into play. Her and Atarujo have the exact same reach. When Montana has the reach advantage, she does very well in fights. Like when she had that reach advantage over Rachel Ostovich, when she had that reach advantage over Mara Ramel Barella, you know what I'm saying? Like she does really good in those striking battles when she has the reach advantage. Now when she's doesn't have the reach advantage, like in the fight with KGB, or she was even money in the fight with Atarujo as far as reach, then that's where you really see her struggle. But if Montana can utilize that reach, guys, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. You know what I'm saying? Montana De La Rosa has a long, stiff jab. She does. She has a nice jab, and she would jab Miranda Maverick to death in a fight. And I'm just being honest with you guys. She would jab. I'm not worried about if the fight was to go to the ground. Definitely not worried about that, because I don't think Miranda Maverick can out grapple Montana De La Rosa. I mean, guys, there's level, like you guys say, there's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. Okay, and Miranda Maverick is not gonna go in here and out grapple Montana De La Rosa. Now, but as far as the striking, it could be interesting. You know what I'm saying? It could be very interesting on the feet. That's all I'm gonna say. Probably more interesting than, I mean, Liana Jojua was getting strikes off on Miranda Maverick. You don't think De La Rosa will get any strikes off? The same who yeah, Montana took most of the damage in the she took a lot of damage in the Atarujo fight, but the strikes were even. Montana landed more strikes than Viviane Atarujo in that fight. So as far as volume, I don't think that's a problem for De La Rosa. I think just a little more technique from De La Rosa and a little more speed could really help De La Rosa a lot. Okay. There's nothing wrong with Macy's leg. It was just that Valentina has media people on her payroll. Stamina. No, seriously, I think Valentina has to be bored. The talent gap is just so big, so there's no real threat at 125. Just doesn't move her head. De La Rosa, yeah, I know, man. Her head movement's not that good. You know what I'm saying? It's not that good, but I think it'll get better. She's already back to work, man. She's already training. She's already working on a speed bag. I saw that and I was like, okay, De La Rosa, working a speed bag, um, doing the tennis ball things, working on her head movement. I did see her doing that. So she's training, man. She's getting better, which is what I like, and I like that. But I really want to see De La Rosa start going back to the basics. Like, okay, Montana, we know you're a solid, decent striker. Like, we know that. But I don't think that Montana was to the level where she can go out here and have a striking match with Atarujo. Like before the Atarujo fight, you could argue, okay, Montana De La Rosa solid on the feet because all we've seen in her fights, even the KGB fight, all we seen was every time that this girl chose to stand and trade, she had success. That's what we saw in the De La Rosa fights, guys. Anytime the fight was on the feet, like with Rachel Ostovich, she caught Rachel Ostovich with that big shot. She beat up Nadia Cassim on the feet. She dropped Mara Ramel Barella on the feet. She went toe to toe with KGB on the feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen Montana have success on the feet. So, but the Atarujo kind of in a way exposed De La Rosa as far as, okay, maybe her striking is not as good as it has looked in the last few fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's not quite that good, but it's still decent. It's still solid. She'll still throw. She'll still throw. You know what I'm saying? So, and I still think that Montana presents a lot of problems for some girls on the feet. Some girls that are not as defensively sound as Viviane Araújo or Andrea KGB Lee. Somebody like Miranda Maverick. And you know what I'm saying? If Montana De La Rosa can utilize that reach and use that right hand and place that right hand the way where it needs to be placed, he could do a lot of damage to Miranda Maverick on the feet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. Because that's probably where this fight would take place a lot at is on the feet, just like the Liana Jojua fight. Because if the fight goes to the ground, then the pendulum swings away from Miranda Maverick in the fight with Liana Jojua. If the fight would have went to the ground, the pendulum swung away from Miranda Maverick. You know what I'm saying? She was good enough to be able to catch someone who's not that good on the feet, like Liana Jojua. She was able to catch Liana Jojua on the feet and do that type of damage to stop the fight. Because Liana Jojua is not the best striker. She's a ground fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that. I think Montana, the fight on the feet is very even. I've seen Miranda Maverick do well on the feet. I've seen Montana do well on the feet. And I think they're very evenly matched. I think the pendulum swings toward Montana when the fight goes to the ground. It is what it is. And last but not least, guys, and I did, this was one of the matchups that I think was great. Was Macy Barber and Alexa Grasso. That's a good fucking matchup. That's a good matchup. No speed bag can save her. That little girl need to be a spearhead out of the like, Joe, Joe, Joe. Viviani showed that if you hit DLR in their nose a few times, you will have success. That's true, Marcus Bell. That's true. Actually, KGB exposed that. KGB kind of exposed the nose issues with De La Rosa. Um, TJ wants to fight Arpit. You gotta be really clear with him tonight. The cute boxing trainer. Yeah. I agree with that. I think Montana need to go somewhere. She need to pull a Mackenzie Dern and go find somebody who can really tune up her striking. She need to get the hell out of Genesis Jiu Jitsu, whatever it is that she fights at. I think it's Genesis. She needs to get the fuck out of there. She needs to get off from up under Mark De La Rosa. You know what I'm saying? And she needs to really Montana needs somebody to beat her ass every single day. Like she needs De La Rosa needs like because she's got the like I said, guys, she's got the fundamentals. She's got the power right hand. She's got the left jab, the stiff left jab. She's got it. She's got it. She that orthodox stance, that powerful right hand. She's got it. She just needs to learn how to place it. She needs to learn how to place her punches. Montana places her punches in the right place. Um, Right. I agree with that, Roger. I agree with that. I really do agree with that. If somebody can teach Montana how to stick that jab and how to place that right hand and when to throw that right hand, Montana can be held. But Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso, man, you know, I see Alexa Grasso winning that fight. I see Alexa Grasso beating Macy Barber. I feel like the movement of Alexa Grasso, it'll be too much for Macy Barber. If you're agile, you lose to Macy. I mean, if you're agile, you beat Macy Barber. If you're agile, you beat Macy Barber. Let's read these comments. Lauren with 100% risky Arpit. The real risk is the fight that she just had. Jessica is a fight she actually needs to move forward. A credible opponent. Yeah. Um, an agile, quick, in and out fighter like Alexa Grasso would beat Macy Barber. You don't really see Macy shoot for a lot of takedowns either. You know, she made that comment that the only reason that Mackenzie Dern won the world jiu-jitsu tournaments was because she wasn't there. I disagree. Oh, stop now, dude. Montana ain't dude, you're nowhere close to being cut if you're 4-2 in the UFC, bro. Chill out. You act like Montana done lost all of these fights. She lost 2 out of 6 fights. Chill out. Jesus. She's fought 6 times since the Tough House and she's dropped the ball twice. Jillian has fought 7 times and has only dropped the ball twice. Chill out, Marcus Bell. Come on, man. Marcus Bell, you gotta start speaking. You gotta start speaking some facts, bro. I hope it happens, but sometimes people say something but do something else. True. An agile fighter beats Macy Barber. BJ. I mean, is it not true? Roxy has entered the chat. She's losing to who? Dude, who is Roxy? I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused, combo. Um, yeah, y'all stumped me in that. I think an agile fighter beats Macy Barber. Look at the ass whooping that Roxanne put on. Roxanne, like I said, was skiddying all around that. She was skiddying all around that damn octagon on Macy Barber, and Macy couldn't keep up. Alexa Grasso fights very similar. Listen, I don't care if you call. Yeah, Roxy got 2 broke knees. It doesn't matter. Roxy was moving all kind of unorthodox in that fight with Macy Barber. Maybe you need to go back and watch that fight. You need to go back and watch that fight. You need to go back and watch that Barber Roxy fight. Roxy was all over the place, avoiding them, not letting Macy get into that rhythm of throwing them big shots. Roxy can put Macy can put anybody down with those shots, dude. I'm sorry, but Macy got that kind of power. Andrade got that power. You know what I'm saying? Some of those girls at 125 got knockout power. De La Rosa has knockout power. You know what I'm saying? Lauren Murphy has I don't know if Lauren. I think Lauren Murphy does. Yeah, Lauren Murphy can knock you out. She almost knocked Roxanne the fuck out. She almost Viviane Araújo got knockout power. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these girls got power. You know. Listen, guys. Listen, TJ. I'm not gonna argue with you, TJ. I'm not gonna argue with you, TJ, if you ain't went back and if you ain't fresh on the fight. Go get fresh on the fight and then meet me back right here. Okay, so see, this is the thing, man. Y'all answer facts with opinion and tell me that I sound crazy for saying what I'm saying. Go watch the damn fight. Go back and watch the fight. Did Roxanne stand in front of Macy Barber? No, she fucking did not. She was moving, lateral movement in and out. Stop fucking tripping. Y'all act so, I hate when y'all do dumb shit like that, man. Y'all do dumb shit. And I, I'm fresh on these fights. I do my research before I make these videos. If you think I hadn't watched the Barber versus Roxanne fight, Roxanne was very agile, very mobile in that fight in the first round. When the fight was on the feet, coming out the gate before Macy Barber was injured, Roxanne was bouncing all over that fucking octagon. Stop playing. Macy Barber had assumed control of the octagon, and she was trying to march Roxanne down. And what did Roxanne do? Roxanne was a moving target. She was a moving target. Why did JJ Aldrich have success in the fight with Macy Barber? Because she was a moving target. Why did Jillian Robertson not have success in the fight with Macy Barber? Because Jillian Robertson walked forward and met Macy Barber in the middle throwing punches. Come on, man. Y'all got to quit that shit, dude. Y'all got Thank you, Combo Breaker 99. What the fuck are they talking about? BJ don't know what the fuck he talking about. Roxanne Modafferi bounced all around that fucking octagon in the first round, avoid not letting Macy Barber target in on her fucking face as a damn punching bag. She moved all around and was sticking Macy Barber with shots. Stop playing your damn selves, man. No, Roxanne Modafferi doesn't have a record of being the most agile fighter, but in this fight, in this situation, Roxanne Modafferi was very mobile and very agile in the fight with Macy Barber. Period. I mean, fuck. That shit's starting to get old, man. I'm telling y'all. Y'all making blind comments like that without doing your fucking research, that shit is really starting to get old. It's really starting to get old. Okay? It's really starting to get old. Okay, whatever, TJ. You say some outlandish shit. That's not outlandish shit. That's observation from watching the damn fight, which is you probably hadn't seen that fight since it happened. The fuck are you talking about? Ugh. I don't give a damn what you said, what Roxanne don't have in her legs. What she did in the fight with Macy Barber was get her ass on her damn bike to avoid getting knocked the fuck out. Period. That's period, TJ. You need to go back and watch the fight. Well, mobile means moving and agile means very quickly. So she was mobile and agile, meaning that she was moving very swiftly in the octagon with Macy Barber. I have a college degree. I know what words are. I know exactly what I'm saying. Stamina MC. I don't need correcting. Thank you very much for your input, though. I really appreciate that. I know exactly what those two words mean. Anyways, TJ, I ain't worried about you, man, because I know what I'm talking about is real. You can call it bait, you can call it whatever. You saying it, I'm responding. Roxanne really just used lateral movement. She looked stiff, but it was enough to expose Macy's ability to find the target. Thank you, Combo Breaker 99, because I know you do your research. I appreciate you doing your research and making that very well-educated synopsis of the damn fight. I appreciate that, bro. Like I said, lateral fucking movement, and she was using mobility and agility to outmove and outsmart Macy Barber. Period. No, I ain't gotta watch my blood pressure, bro. I'm just tired of y'all making stupid statements, man. It's just stupidity. Y'all say stupid shit and think people are supposed to just conform with that shit. Factless, baseless assumptions. Opinion-filled assumptions is what y'all make. It gets old. Let's start speaking some damn facts for a change. Like Antonina Shevchenko, Doug and Jillian Robertson. Okay, anyway. But yeah, guys, I think that either way it goes in all these matchups, either way it goes, the winners of if the UFC were to make those fights, guys, the winners of those fights, it could really shape. I think okay, let's say the whole left side won. If the whole left side won in those matchups, Jessica Andrade, Cynthia Calvillo, Montana De La Rosa, and Alexa Grasso, what does that do for the division? It solidifies. It for one, it solidifies Jessica Andrade as number one contender. She beats Lauren Murphy. It it puts Cynthia Calvillo right after Jessica Andrade. For Montana De La Rosa turning back a prospect like Miranda Maverick, I think it keeps Montana De La Rosa where she is in the division, which is ranked. And Alexa Grasso beating Macy Barber puts Alexa Grasso into that top 10 mix. Into that top 15 mix goes Alexa Grasso. And I think that that is dope. Now, um, for the right hand side, if Lauren Murphy beats Jessica Andrade, I think that speaks a lot for Lauren Murphy. That speaks a lot for fucking Lauren Murphy if she can go in there and beat Jessica Andrade. You cannot deny Lauren Murphy a title shot if she beats Jessica Andrade, whether it's against Valentina or Jennifer Maya. Okay, you cannot deny Lauren Murphy. You really can't deny Lauren Murphy a title shot now. Okay, if Jillian Robertson beats Cynthia Calvillo, that puts Jillian Robertson where she really belongs in the division. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be real, guys. You know, I mean, if you if you go and if Jillian Robertson beats Cynthia Calvillo, that puts Jillian Robertson really where she needs to be in the division, where she should be in the division. If Miranda Maverick can knock off Montana De La Rosa, then Miranda Maverick flies into the rankings at 125 pounds. Miranda Maverick flies into the rankings at 125 pounds if she can beat Montana De La Rosa. And if Macy Barber beats Alexa Grasso, that's yet another promising name under the belt of Macy Barber. She would have JJ Aldrich, Jillian Robertson, and Alexa Grasso under her belt. And for me, that's a for a prospect, that's three solid names to have on your fucking resume. Is JJ Aldrich, Alexa Grasso, and Jillian Robertson. So, either way it goes, guys, either column of winners, you know what I'm saying? It both paints it paints its own landscape picture at 125 pounds. So we'll see, man. We'll see how these go. Hopefully, these matchups can happen. Maybe the matchups that you guys voted on or the matchups that I came up with. Either way it goes, guys. Either possibility that it goes. Maybe none of these matchups will happen. Who knows? These are just the girls who don't have a fight booked at the moment. These are the best girls in the division that I think are the best girls that don't have a fight booked. Andrade, Murphy, Calvillo, Robertson, De La Rosa, Maverick, Grasso, Barber. I actually kind of went on a limb with Maverick, only because she got that big win over Jojua. But I put those girls on this list for a reason, guys. They present their own. And the main reason I put Miranda Maverick on the list is because she spoke Valentina's name. You know what I'm saying? In the pre-fight shit, she says she wants to fight Valentina Shevchenko. Like, I want the belt. You know what I'm saying? But she said, oh, in 2 years, whatever. But I thought it was still brave of her to say, I want to be the champion. Within 2 years, I should be the champion. That's bold. That's very bold. Very bold. Very bold. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of bold fighters saying a lot of bold stuff here recently. You know what I'm saying? If you hadn't caught the interview with Jillian Robinson that I just done just a couple of days ago, actually yesterday, or what's today? Sunday? Yeah, yesterday. Go check that out, guys. Jillian Robinson dropping bombs on No Filter MMA. All solid matchups. I want that Calvillo versus Andrade and Maverick versus Montana. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Calvillo Andrade. Yeah, man. I like that too. I like. What about this combo? Combo. What about this? What about this combo? I'm not gonna switch them all around, but what about that matchup combo breaker? What about that combo? Combo. What about that? Nah, I don't think Julian Robertson will go backwards. I think she'll get a ranked opponent this time. But what about that though? Andrade versus Calvillo, Robertson versus Maverick, or or do this, or do this. Bingo! Look at that. Grasso versus Robertson and Macy versus Montana De La Rosa. Now that is interesting. That switches it up a little bit. That switches it up a little bit. Calvillo versus Andrade, Grasso versus Robertson, De La Rosa versus Barber. Oh, oh, that changes it up, fellas. Fellas, that changes it up. That changes it up, fellas. Oh boy, what y'all think about that? Y'all got what y'all think about that? Uh-huh. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Julian Robinson versus Alexa Grasso. Macy Barber versus Montana De La Rosa. Wow. Wow. Barber will punch De La Rosa's face. Man, you boys say some funny stuff, man. But okay, so let me do some switching them. Let's just say hypothetically, guys. Let's say we switch a couple of these out. How about we do that? Let's say Valentina beats Jennifer Maya. Nope, 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 nope. Let's say Jennifer Maya beats Valentina Shevchenko. What if? This is all what if here, guys. This is what ifs. What if Jennifer Maya fights Valentina Shevchenko? Does it go here? Does it go here? Then here and here? Ooh. Oh, so is that what happens? Is that what would happen if Andrade? I mean, if Maya defeated Shevchenko, would Lauren Murphy then get the title shot, or would the title shot go Maya, Andrade, Murphy, Shevchenko? Huh? Yeah, I think if Maya wins, Lauren Murphy gets a title shot. I mean, Jessica Andrade gets a title shot. If Shevchenko loses, I think Shevchenko would have to fight Lauren Murphy. She would have to fight Lauren Murphy. You know what I'm saying? She would have to fight either Lauren Murphy or Cynthia Calvillo. She'd have to fight one of those two. She would have to fight one of those two. That's the only way it can go, guys. If Shevchenko loses to Maya, then she would have to fight Calvillo or Lauren Murphy. Hmm. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. Flyweight is interesting, man. I'm loving flyweight. I'm loving flyweight. I'm loving flyweight. But if Shevchenko loses, guys, this division, everything changes if Shevchenko loses. Everything changes. If Shevchenko wins, if Shevchenko wins, then will we get Maya versus Murphy? If Shevchenko wins, we get Maya Murphy, Andrade Valentina. Then we could, what would happen? I think it would be either way it goes interesting because if Valentina loses to Maya, I'm not sure if she'll get the rematch. I don't know. But if Valentina loses to Maya, Valentina probably fights, you know, the number one contender, or well, the next to number one contender. Or would it be or would it be Cynthia Calvillo versus Valentina Shevchenko? Or if Valentina beats Jennifer Maia, if Valentina beats Jennifer Maia, okay, let's say she does. Let's say she does. And they get has anyone ever thought of Cynthia Calvillo's chances against Valentina Shevchenko? Has anyone talked about that? Like, has anyone talked about Cynthia Calvillo's chances against Lauren Murphy versus Jillian Robertson? I like that. Miranda Maverick. Ooh wee, that's a nice little setup right there, boy. Um, if what happens if Cynthia Calvillo gets a shot at Valentina Shevchenko? What happens? Let's go. Let's look at these comments. Andrade gets him. If Maya wins, shut the. Oh man, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Cynthia Calvillo, does she stand a chance against Valentina Shevchenko? Is Cynthia Calvillo's grappling? Since you guys don't think that nobody has a grappling advantage over Valentina Shevchenko, according to y'all, nobody has a grappling advantage. Nobody has a striking or grappling advantage over Valentina Shevchenko. So, if with that being said, let's talk about Calvillo versus Shevchenko. What happens in this fight? If Calvillo gets Shevchenko to the ground, what happens? I'm listening. I'm listening. Calvillo's chances numbers don't go that low. That's below Nate. Listen. No matter what your opinion is, Cynthia Calvillo was at the top of this division. No matter what your opinion may be, she's at the top of this division. If or when Maya loses, her next fight would be someone else coming off of a loss. Calvillo has no conceivable path to victory against Valentina. An apocalypse level event would need to occur. It didn't take an apocalypse level event for Valentina to lose to Amanda Nunes, though. Like, that's the thing, man. Like, for anybody else to beat Valentina, it has to be luck of the draw. But it wasn't. It wasn't like that for Amanda Nunes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like that for Amanda Nunes, and we never saw. The only grappler we really saw Valentina face was Juliana Pena. That's really the only grappler. And then we just seen Juliana get submitted by GDR. You know what I'm saying? Like, Valentina didn't fight. She didn't fight. I mean, she fought Sarah Kaufman, but Sarah Kaufman tried to stand and bang with her. She didn't fight Misha Tate. She didn't fight Kat Zingano. She didn't fight Ronda Rousey. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't fight those high level grapplers. So, and Cynthia Calvillo is a very high level grappler, guys. Like, Cynthia Calvillo is high level grappling. So, Valentina somehow made it around those grappling fights, guys. She fought Holly Holm, Amanda Nunes, she never fought Misha Tate, she never fought Kat Zingano, never fought, Sarah McMahon, never fought Ronda Rousey. That makes you think. She fought Juliana Pena. She beat Juliana Pena. She didn't fight the girls who were better than Juliana Pena, which kind of makes you think, hmm, how good is I have to ask this question, guys. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have to ask this question. You know what I'm saying? Like, how good is Valentina's ground game? Like, I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I understand that, the Juliana Pena being submitted by Jermaine Durandame, guys, it lowers the fact that Valentina submitted her. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I hate to say that, guys. I hate to disappoint y'all like that. I do, I hate to step on y'all toes and make y'all mad, make y'all squeeze y'all phone till the damn screen breaks. You know what I'm saying? I hate to make y'all do that, but seeing Juliana Pena get put to sleep in a submission by Jermaine Durandame really kind of takes a little bit of sting off the fact that Valentina Shevchenko submitted her. You know what I'm saying? Let's just think about that for 1 second though. Think about that for 1 second. Juliana Pena, let's follow MMA math just for a second. Juliana Pena gets submitted by Valentina Shevchenko. Oh my God, Valentina Shevchenko is one of the most dangerous grapplers in women's MMA because she submitted Juliana Pena. Okay. She submitted Juliana Pena. She's one of the most dangerous grapplers in the game. Then we see Juliana Pena get submitted by Jermaine Durandame. And it's like, ooh, ooh, is Juliana Pena's submission defense any good? Her striking defense is better than her submission defense. I mean, Juliana Pena's striking defense is better than her submission defense. So, was Valentina really that good? Or is Juliana Pena's submission defense trash? I'm sorry, guy. I'm sorry. I gotta ask that question. I have to ask that question. Look how easily GDR submitted Juliana with no Juliana wouldn't fight in the hands of nothing. Nothing. I mean nothing. So let's ask ourselves: is Valentina really that good on the ground? She took Caitlin Chukagian down and held Chukagian now. It's Caitlin Chukagian. It's Caitlin Chukagian. So is Valentina's grappling really that good? Is her grappling really on a higher level than Cynthia Calvillo's or Jillian Robertson's? We really have to start asking that question. And she got dominated on the ground by Amanda Nunes. She did. Like, she got dominated by Amanda Nunes on the ground in that first fight. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I'm about to read y'all comments. I'm talking without reading y'all comments. But she got dominated on the ground by Amanda Nunes. You know, so really, guys, seeing Jermaine Durandame submit Juliana Pena like that, it took me back to the Valentina fight. Like, was Valentina really that good, or does does Juliana Pena just allow herself to get submitted and not fight it off at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, does she just really just allow herself to be? Is her submission defense really that bad? Because some fighters have bad submission defense. They do. Cub Swanson has horrible submission defense. You know what I'm saying? Lyman Good has horrible submission defense. So let's look at now. Let me move. Now let me move to the comments. Nobody has win round enough skills left. Okay. Whose word? Whose word doesn't matter? Does it? It doesn't. That doesn't make sense, TJ. They have to have damn tools. That still doesn't make sense. That whole comment fucked up, TJ. What's your point, BJ? Amanda Nunes is argued as the best in the world. None of these other girls are referred to in these terms and never will. Okay. So if De La Rosa was number one contender now, we act like that meant she had a chance. Calvillo has no chance. Okay. How? Valentina won without breaking a sweat. You're reaching. Won against who without breaking a sweat? Don't say Juliana Pena. She had to work for that. Ground game is not a number figure you can assign to a fighter. It's the subject to a bunch of factors. Valentina sub Pena back when people weren't doing that, and GDR and Valentina Shevchenko are her only sub losses. Exactly, and neither one of them are like really big submission specialists, bro. Like really, really big. Known for what is Valentina known for? Her kickboxing, her Muay Thai. Um, and they were only 3 years apart. Caitlin Chukagian has one submission loss as a professional, and it's to Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina did not submit Caitlin Chukagian. She TKO'd Caitlin Chukagian. She crucifixed and TKO'd Caitlin Chukagian with fucking ground and pound. I'm pretty sure that's how that happened. Yeah, that's how that happened. She didn't lose to submission to Valentina Shevchenko. Only Juliana Pena did. How good is Valentina's ground game? Doesn't matter. Valentina's so well-rounded that no. You can't just skip over that and say it doesn't matter. No, TJ. That doesn't work, buddy. That doesn't work. You can't just throw that away. It doesn't matter how good her ground game is. When you're in there with a fighter like Cynthia Calvillo or Jillian Robinson, it better fucking matter how good your ground game is. It better fucking matter how good your ground game is. The fuck you mean, TJ, that it don't matter how good Valentina's ground game is? What the fuck does that mean? We have all these exceptions for Valentina Shevchenko. We have all these exceptions for Valentina Shevchenko, but none of that shit applies to nobody else. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Log off of this, thumbs down, and log off and unsubscribe from this channel if that's how you think. You can't you can't pick apart everybody else's game and when it comes and talks to Valentina Shevchenko. But when asked about Valentina Shevchenko's ground game, oh, it doesn't matter because she's so good. It doesn't. No, it matters when you're in a fight with Cynthia Calvillo or fucking Jillian Robertson. That shit better be in check, son. Where the fuck did that logic come from, bro? Where did that logic come from, TJ? TJ, stop, bro. You're not gonna out. I'm not Swiss cheese, buddy. You ain't gonna poke no holes in what I'm saying, bro. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. In what universe that it doesn't matter how good somebody's ground game is? That's like me saying it doesn't matter how good Damian Maya's striking is because his Brazilian jiu-jitsu is so good. That don't mean a damn thing. You get in there and you can't take somebody down, they're gonna beat your ass on the feet. They're gonna beat Damian Maya's ass on the feet if he can't get him to the ground or if he can't find a way to choke him out. Why the fuck doesn't it matter when we're talking about Valentina Shevchenko? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I don't care what you. That's bullshit, TJ. That was pure 100% bullshit. Zingano and Montano are more revered for their ground game than Valentina Shevchenko by comparison. Neither one of them sub Pena. In fact, she beat them both. She did beat them both. Yeah, she did beat them both. She did beat them both. Mm-hmm. Simple gives her the ground there. Dude, I don't think. I think if Cynthia. I think Cynthia Calvillo could definitely take Valentina down. I know Jillian Robertson because there's no question. There's no question in my mind that Jillian Robertson would not be able to close the distance and take Valentina Shevchenko down. There's no thought in my mind. None. There's no doubt in my mind that she wouldn't be able to take Valentina down. Cynthia Calvillo, I think Cynthia Calvillo may kind of struggle to get Valentina down. She could get Valentina. I can't. I'm never going to say nothing could ever not happen in a fight, guys. Cynthia Calvillo very well could take Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina Shevchenko is not unbeatable, guys. Y'all need to come up off that bullshit. Y'all do, man. Y'all need to come up off of that. She's not unbeatable. She's not one of these girls on this screen or one of these girls that ain't on this screen. One of these girls are going to beat Valentina, guys. One of these girls are going to beat Valentina, maybe with the exception of Miranda Maverick. One of these girls and Alexa Grasso. And at this very moment, Montana De La Rosa. We'll take Montana off. We'll take Alexa Grasso off. We'll take Miranda Maverick off. And we'll take hell, I want to take Jennifer Maya off. You take Maverick, De La Rosa, Grasso, and Maverick. Maya off the screen. One of these girls are going to give Valentina trouble, whether it's Calvillo, Andrade, Robertson, or Barber. One of these girls are going to give her trouble, guys. I'm telling you. One of those girls are going to give Valentina trouble. Andrade gives everybody trouble. What makes you guys think it's going to stop when it gets to Valentina Shevchenko? Jessica Andrade gives everybody she fights trouble. That trend is not going to stop when she gets to Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I'm saying? Jillian Robinson takes down everybody that she fights. That trend is not going to stop with Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I'm saying? Cynthia Calvillo just about takes everybody down that she fights and dominates them on the ground. Why all of a sudden does that not apply to Valentina Shevchenko? Like, I don't get that. Like, I guess I may be missing. Like, there may be like a gap in my tracks somewhere because I'm missing that piece of the puzzle, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like I don't see like unless you're like Khabib status. You know what I'm saying? Like Valentina ain't no Khabib. She ain't no Khabib. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't Khabib, dude. She's not Khabib. She's not John Jones. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't. She's a really solid. In my eyes, I see Valentina the same way I see Yair Rodriguez, the same way I see Max Holloway. These guys are sound, solid strikers, but people find ways to beat them. Not many people at all. You know what I'm saying? But people find ways to beat you. Alexander Volkanovski found a way to beat Max Holloway looked unbeatable when he was the featherweight champion. It looked like nobody was ever going to beat Max Holloway until he ran into Alexander Volkanovski. Okay? Until he ran into Alexander Volkanovski. Nobody was beating Max Holloway at 145. Alexander Volkanovski walks into the octagon and decisively snatches that belt away from Max Holloway. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it, guys. Come on with it. Calvillo and Robertson can get Valentina in trouble if he gets to the ground. Whenever they can do it or not is the thing. But Valentina took all of her 125 opponents, and if not all of them. So we'll see. But who has she taken down at 125 that was actually good on the ground? That was to the level of Calvillo or Robertson? Who did Valentina take down that was of the level of Calvillo or Robertson? I'll wait. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Nothing. Nobody. Stop playing yourself. Valentina took down all of her opponents at 125. Chukagian, Cassawada, Carmouche, Jessica I. Out of all of those, which one of those girls can out-grapple Jillian Robertson or Cynthia Calvillo? Out of all the girls that Valentina took down at 125 pounds that y'all are just banking on so much, which one of those girls could out-grapple Cynthia Calvillo or Jillian Robertson? Which one? Which one, guys? No, 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 no. No, Marcus Bell, don't go into what Jillian needs to improve on. Everybody needs to improve. Valentina needs to improve. Everybody needs to improve. Don't come with the Jillian needs to do this, Jillian needs to do that. Answer the question. Out of the people that Valentina Shevchenko took down, which one of those girls can out-grapple Jillian or Cynthia Calvillo? Which one? Answer the question. Answer the question. No, y'all quiet. I don't see no names. I see zero names in the comment section. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to facts, y'all can't keep up with the facts. You got to keep up with the facts, guys. The facts are what's important here. The facts are what's important. You guys need to learn how to differentiate fact from opinion. The facts are what's important here, guys. The facts. None of those girls are grapplers. I mean, damn. How hard is this shit? How hard is this shit? This shit is not rocket science. It's not rocket science. And y'all make these biased statements. Yeah, I make biased statements, but you know I'm going to make biased statements. You guys counter facts and you guys counter facts with opinion. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, guys. Got Marcus Bell. Marcus Bell, you're wrong again. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, I'm asking you, out of all the girls that somebody made the comment that Valentina has taken down everybody she fought at 125. Out of all the girls that Valentina has dominated on the ground, which one of those girls could out grapple in an MMA fight? In an MMA fight, no, I'm not talking. No, Marcus Bell, and yet again, you're wrong. In an MMA fight, which one of those girls that Valentina dominated would out grapple in an MMA fight would do better than Jillian Robertson or Cynthia Calvillo in the fight? Which one of those fighters would do better on the ground in a fight with Jillian or Cynthia Calvillo? That's the question. No, TJ 347, I'm not talking about a grappling match. I'm saying in an MMA fight, if the fight went to the ground, which one of those girls will be better on the ground than Jillian Robertson or Cynthia Calvillo? What are we? I'm listening. You guys are dancing all around. You guys are dancing all around. You dancing all around it instead of directly answering the question that I'm asking. I've asked this question at least 5 times now, and I have yet to get an answer. I have yet to get an answer because you don't have an answer. You don't have an answer. There is no answer. The answer is none of them. Jesus Christ. Let me light my tree back up. Okay, let's talk about who has superior BJJ. Who has shown you that their BJJ is superior? Answer that question. TJ 347. Who has shown you who has shown you over the course of their fights who has superior jiu-jitsu? Has Valentina shown that her jiu-jitsu is better than Cynthia Calvillo's and Jillian Robertson's? Has she showed? Have you seen Valentina in very long, extended grappling exchanges? Have you seen that? Have you seen that in the UFC? If so, which fight? Which fight? Which fight? Which fight have we seen long, drawn out grappling exchanges with Valentina Shevchenko? Not one of them. Not one of them. But yet y'all make the statement that Valentina can outgrapple Cynthia Calvillo, and that if the fight went to the ground, you guys really think that if the fight went to the ground with Cynthia Calvillo, that Valentina is going to have the advantage? Do you guys really think that if the fight went to the ground with Jillian Robertson, that Valentina Shevchenko would have the fucking advantage? That's like me saying that Jillian Robinson has the advantage on the feet against Valentina Shevchenko. That's like that's literally, guys. That is literally like me saying that Jillian Robertson can go into a fight with Valentina Shevchenko and beat her on the feet. That's how asinine that sounds to me, guys, when y'all say things like, ain't nobody fucking with Valentina on the ground. Ain't nobody beating Valentina on the ground. That's like, okay, that's like me saying, ain't nobody gonna beat Jillian Robinson on the feet. Nobody's gonna beat Jillian Robinson on the feet, guys. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start saying that shit. I'm gonna start saying, ain't nobody at 125 gonna outstrike Jillian Robinson. That's exactly what I'm gonna say from here on out. I'm gonna start saying, ain't none of these girls gonna outstrike Jillian Robinson. None of them. Valentina is not a better striker than Jillian Robinson. She's not. Oh man, I don't care what you say. Valentina will not go into a fight with Jillian Robinson and be an outstriker. I don't care what you say. It ain't happening. It is not happening. Jillian Robinson is a much, 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 much better striker than Valentina Shevchenko. Nope, 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 nope. Stamina, be quiet. Nope, be quiet, Stamina. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Because you, sir, have been one of the people who put so much weight on Valentina's grappling. Stop it. Stop it. Nope. I'm not being disingenuous. Now, how am I being disingenuous? When I'm just repeating back to you, what I'm repeating back to y'all, what y'all have said. It sounds so outlandish when you guys hear it. It sounds so outlandish when you guys hear what it is that you're saying. And then, but you still find a way to make it sound like I'm the one that's being unreasonable. No, 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 no. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely, Marcus Bell. Hannah Cyphers can submit Jillian Robertson. God damn it, you better believe it. You better believe that Hannah Cyphers can submit Jillian Robertson. You better believe it. In the rematch, you better fucking believe it. What evidence? What evidence? What's the evidence? What evidence? I don't know if Jillian is better than Maida Bueno Silva. Maida Bueno Silva is a high level Brazilian Jiu Jitsu practitioner, very high level, very high level. Yeah, but Jillian didn't lose to Macy on the ground. Jillian didn't lose to Macy on the ground. She lost to Macy on the feet. She lost to Macy Barber on the feet. Yes, Marcus Bell, Hannah Cyphers is better than Jillian Robertson on the ground. I don't care what you say. You ain't gonna convince me that Hannah Cyphers ain't the best grappler at 115 pounds that she can submit anybody at 125 pounds. It is what it is. That's how y'all sound when y'all say, "Oh, Jillian Robertson ain't nobody at 125 gonna fuck with Valentina on the ground." What? Stop it, man. Stop it. Cynthia Calvillo, stop it. I guess these other girls at 125, I guess they're just shells. You know what I'm saying? They're not mixed martial artists either. They don't know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? They're just shells. They're just, cans. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people aren't putting any sweat into this shit. They're not doing that, you know? Stamina MC, that statement has been made over and over and over and over and over. When I say that Jillian Robertson can submit anybody at 125 pounds, then all I have to hear is Valentina's grappling is good. She ain't gonna submit Valentina. Don't tell me what I haven't heard, what hasn't been said. I know what's been said, and I know what's been implied. Stop playing. Marcus Bell, damn it, Marcus Bell, listen, man. You spitting facts. Marcus Bell out here spitting facts. Is what Marcus Bell doing. Spit them facts. Now, Joanna Young Jacek will go out there and submit Tatiana Suarez. Now, I'm telling you, Marcus Bell, if y'all didn't know, Joanna Young Jacek is one of the best submission specialists at 115 pounds. She better not take that fight with Tatiana Suarez, dude. Because Tatiana better not take that fight with Joanna because she is at big risk of getting submitted. No, sir, TJ. Nope. Nope. That's not what I mean. Mm-mm. That ain't what I mean. I just think that if the fight goes to the ground, they have a significant advantage over Valentina. If you are high level on the ground, you have a superpower against Valentina Shevchenko. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. You're wrong, Mark TJ. That ain't what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. Well, I'm speaking very clearly. I'm not using big words. What I'm saying is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, what I'm saying does not mean something else. What I'm saying is what I'm saying. Just as black and white as the words that's coming out of my mouth, bro. You guys sound. That's how you guys sound when you guys say shit like that. Anyways. Well, I just wanted to just bring these fighters on the screen, guys. Kind of paint a landscape of the, matchups that could possibly sway the momentum at 125 pounds. We mixed and matched these. But I think we ended up here, guys, and I like that. I think we ended up. Let's see. I think we ended up here, and I thought that that was pretty fucking dope. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. We ended up there. So I'm cool with those matchups. I like those matchups. I think the outcomes of those matchups could mean one of two things. You know what I'm saying? It could mean one of two things. So two possibilities. All those matchups. If the left hand side wins, that's huge for De La Rosa. That's huge for Miranda Maverick. It's huge for Jillian Robertson. Not so big for for Jessica Andrade. But if the right side wins, it's huge for Lauren Murphy. Not so big for Cynthia Calvillo. Huge for Alexa Grasso, and somewhat big for Macy Barber. mm. Can they force it there though? If not, how's it relevant? But what's the probability of them not getting it to the ground? What's the probability? TJ, if Cynthia Calvillo closed the distance on Valentina, how likely do you think that the fight won't make it to the ground? The question is, what's the probability that if those fighters can close the distance on Valentina Shevchenko, Cynthia Calvillo, and Jillian Robertson, it stops going. It stops going from what's the percentage that you know what I'm saying. It starts to be the question starts to be what's the percentage that Valentina will stay on her feet? What's the because she's gonna if Calvillo listen dude, Robertson and Calvillo are two of the best in the division at getting you to the ground. They're two of the best at getting you to the ground, guys. You know what I'm saying? And Valentina is no exception to that. She's no exception to that. It's that simple. She's no exception to the skill that these girls possess to get you to the ground. She's no exception to that. She is absolutely no exception to that skill of Calvillo and Robertson being able to take you to the ground. She is no exception to that. Y'all think that the rules don't apply to Valentina Shevchenko? Well, No Filter MMA is here to tell you differently. Okay, Valentina beats all those girls, then okay, I'm bought in. But you're not gonna have a whole division of girls. You're not gonna have a whole division and make me believe you're not gonna make me believe that somebody beats this whole division when they haven't even fought them yet. I'm sorry, man. I mean, you're not gonna sit up here and make me believe that Alexander Volkanovski it can beat all the people at 145 pounds. Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, Koreans. You're not gonna sit up here and make me believe that Volkanovski can beat all of them when he hasn't fought them. You're not gonna sit up here and make me believe that Peter Yan can beat Aljamain Sterling, can beat TJ Dillashaw, you know what I'm saying, can beat those top level fighters at 135 pounds when he hasn't fought them. Okay? You're not gonna make me believe. You're not gonna make me believe. Um, uh, you're not gonna make me believe that Jan Blachowicz can beat everybody at 100 and at 205 pounds, all the top contenders that he hasn't fought. You're not gonna make me believe that he can beat them and he hasn't fought them. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. 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 Stamina MC. Rubbish. You ain't gonna put this narrative. You ain't gonna put this narrative in my head that Valentina can beat all of these girls when she hasn't fought them. Okay, I'm a person of results. I gotta see results. I gotta see results, man. I'm not buying into shit. I'm not buying into nothing. All of these girls possess their own set of threats. I don't care what you think about these girls. These girls possess their own skill sets and their own dangers, and you're not gonna make me believe that Valentina Shevchenko wipes all of these girls out, and without me seeing it. I gotta see it. You're not gonna sell me on Valentina Shevchenko beating Jennifer Maia until I see her beat Jennifer Maia. I have to see it to believe it. I'm just not going. I just can't do it, guys. I just can't believe that she reigned supreme over a division where she's only fought like 4 girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. She fought Carmouche, Chukagian, Priscilla, and Joanna. She's fought 4 girls, and one of them ain't even in the division. One of them is out of the UFC, and one of them ain't even in the division. And the third one is not even ranked. The most credible, well, other than Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who's not even in the division, the only credible win that she really has against a true 125 pounder is Caitlin Chukagian. That's the only credible win that you can give Valentina Shevchenko at 125 pounds. It's Caitlin Chukagian. She is on the same level as Jessica Andrade. She is on the same level as Jessica Andrade right now. Andrade and Valentina are equals at this very moment when it comes to 125 pounds. You know what I'm saying? They both beat Caitlin. They both stopped Caitlin Chukagian. Valentina is no longer in the division. Liz Carmouche is no longer in the organization. And Priscilla Cachoeira has never even smelled rankings. Never even smelled rankings. Let's see. Whatever. Notice I said I beat him on all these girls, and he said zip. Oh, TJ, listen, TJ, my picks, I will bet against you all day because if I lose, then I know I know it was because I lost because I chose what my heart told me to choose and what my brain told me to choose. Okay, so if I'm okay with losing like that, but you're not going foregone conclude me that she beats everybody in this division when I ain't seen it, when I ain't seen her do it. Like I said, Joanna does not fight at 125. Priscilla is nowhere close to the rankings. Liz is out of the UFC, and the only person she credibly beat at 125 is fucking Chukagian. Chukagian. You can't convince me any fighter can beat another fighter until they fight. No, excuse me. You missing one word. You missing one word. Any one fighter. If Caitlin is Valentina's only credible win, then you can count the number of credible wins in the whole damn division on your fingers. If she has one, and who's the same or more, name them. If she has one, who has the same or more, name them. That's a good question, Stamina. That's a good question. But the people, and that's Lauren Murphy has a decent record at 125. Lauren Murphy has a good record at 125. What are you saying? Lauren Murphy, she has a good record at 125. Jennifer Maia has a decent record at 125. So what are you saying? But nobody's marching around saying that Lauren Murphy or Jennifer Maia is going to beat the entire division hands down, no questions asked. That's the difference between Murphy, Maia, and Shevchenko. Y'all, according to y'all, there's nobody in the entire fucking division that can even give any spark of a flame to Valentina Shevchenko, which is horseshit. That's horseshit. That's horseshit. That's horseshit. I'm here to tell you, No Filter MMA is here to tell you that that is horse doo doo caca. Doo doo caca. Doo doo caca. Let me look up their records. Then hold on. Then let's see. Let's talk. Let's look at some of these flyweight wins. Let's see who has good record. Because Valentina's record at flyweight, you can't really count Joanna, man. Joanna doesn't even fight in the division, dude. I mean, let's look at Jennifer Maia record. Let's check out Jennifer Maia's record. Let's look how her flyweight. Let's look how her flyweight record looks. Ha 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 ha. Let's look how her flyweight record looks. Alexis Davis, Roxanne Modafferi, and Joanne Calderwood. We gotta take Joanna Jędrzejczyk out of the question because she does not fight at flyweight. She does not fight at flyweight because that's a pretty credible win for Valentina. But I mean, I can understand if JJ stuck around at flyweight, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you fought a straw weight. You know what I'm saying? So, um, let's see. So Alexis Davis, Roxanne Modafferi fought Caitlin, lost, um, and beat Joanne Calderwood. That's pretty. I mean, it's not the best. It's decent. Let's look at Lauren Murphy's record. Let's look at Lauren Murphy's flyweight record. Let's check that out. Hmm. She got wins over Barb Honchak, Mara Romel Barella, Andrea Lee, Roxanne Modafferi, and Lilia Shakarova. I think Lilia Shakarova and Mara Romel Barella don't really count, but former champion Barb Honchak and Andrea Lee and Roxanne Modafferi, absolutely credible fucking wins at 125 pounds. Absolutely credible wins at 125 pounds. Barb Honchak, Andrea Lee, and Roxanne Modafferi, absolutely credible wins at 125 pounds for Lauren Murphy. Absolutely. Now, let's look at Valentina's record. Just the fact check, just to make sure that I wasn't you know, that I wasn't overlooking anything on Valentina's record. Let's take a look here. These are facts, guys. You can't argue with what I'm saying. These are facts. These are just their records. Let's look and see here. Priscilla Cachoeira. She fought Priscilla Cachoeira in her flyweight debut. What a challenge. What a challenge. You telling me she couldn't fight somebody else? You telling me she couldn't fight Lauren Murphy? You telling me she couldn't fight De La Rosa? Jillian Robertson? She fought Priscilla Cachoeira in her flyweight debut. What a matchup. What a win. What a win. What a beautiful win. Let's keep moving. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, okay, I give her credit for that, but she fought a strawweight for the flyweight title. It is what it is. Good, credible win. That's the biggest win she's got at 125. Um, Jessica I. Jessica I, who's just been beat up by everybody. Jessica went on a nice little run at flyweight though, but not a finisher. Doesn't finish anybody. Liz Carmouche, who is now no longer in the division, no longer in the organization, and Katlyn Chookagian, which I think is Katlyn is a true flyweight. You know what I'm saying? Chookagian is a true flyweight. So, you know, I think the win over Chookagian was huge. That was a huge win for Valentina Shevchenko. So, I mean, if you really want to start comparing flyweight resumes, Valentina does not have the strongest resume at flyweight. When you're talking legit flyweights, let's go. You crazy, TJ? You crazy? We don't even know, dude. If these fights happen, then we'll bet. Overall, no. Lauren Murphy does not have a better record than Valentina. Overall, no. We're talking flyweight. We're talking flyweight. You know what I'm saying? These other divisions really don't matter because those fighters are not fighting in this division. They're not fighting. We're talking about flyweight wins, bro. This podcast is about flyweight. Let's see. Barb Honchak, you previously discredited fighter no longer in the UFC, so you can't use her. Okay. Take Barb Honchak out. Take Barb out. Take Barb Honchak out. Take Barb out. Let's see. Who was Barb Honchak on? Whose record was she on? Let's see. Let me go back. Was it Lauren Murphy? I think it was Lauren Murphy's record. Okay. Take Barb Honchak out of Lauren Murphy's record. Yeah. Okay. Take Barb Honchak out. Andrea Lee and Roxanne Modafferi. Those are solid wins, dude. Those are solid wins. Even without Barb Honchak, Andrea Lee and Roxanne Modafferi are solid wins at 125 pounds. All right, let's keep going. Cachoeira was the 8th fighter asked to fight Valentina. Yeah, according to whom? According to whom, Stamina MC? Because I for sure seen Montana De La Rosa on Twitter tweeting that she wanted to fight Valentina Shevchenko when they couldn't find a fight for Valentina. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that happen. I'm pretty sure I made a podcast about that. Actually, I'm 100% sure that I made a video on that. Go back and check it. Yeah, they didn't ask everybody to fight Valentina. Yeah, a lot of girls turned it down. Barb Honchak turned it down. Kaylin Chukagian turned it down. A lot of girls turned Valentina down. All the girls that they asked turned down Valentina Shevchenko. The girls that wanted to fight Valentina Shevchenko, they didn't ask them. They didn't ask them. You know what I'm saying? The girls who really wanted to fight Valentina, like Lauren Murphy. I bet you they didn't ask Lauren Murphy to fight Valentina Shevchenko. I bet you they didn't ask Lauren Murphy. I bet you that, you know what I'm saying, they didn't ask Jillian Robertson. I guarantee you that. The girls who would have taken the fight, they didn't ask them. So of course, all the girls that they did ask, all the top girls, they turned it down. They turned it down. Not the girls who would have taken the fight. Come on now. That's if that's even true, anyways. Who's your source on that? Good night, folks. BJ, I had my money. Bye, TJ. You said Andrea Lee is a credible win. She's dropped 3 straight. One of her wins is no longer in the division. Mercedes was 1-4 in the UFC, and Roxy has a polka dot record. Real credible. Listen, man, Roxanne Modafferi's record in the UFC at flyweight is solid. Huh. Let's spill some more facts into this. Let's look up Roxanne Modafferi's record at 125 pounds. Let's look at Roxanne Modafferi's record in the UFC at 125 pounds. She lost to Nico, beat Barb, lost to Sarge, beat Antonina Shevchenko, lost to Maya, beat Barber, lost to Murphy, beat Andrea Lee. So she's beaten Andrea Lee, beaten Macy Barber, beaten Antonina Shevchenko. That's not a bad record. That's not a bad record. She's win loss. Okay, yeah, I guess you could say it's polka dotted. It is kind of polka dotted because if she'd have beat Jennifer Maya, Nico Montano, and Sarge Eubanks, those would have been good wins. Those would have been real good wins. Yeah, but the experience that Roxanne has, man, beating Roxanne, that means a lot, man. I think beating Roxanne with the experience that Roxanne has, that's a lot of experience, man. Roxanne got a lot of fucking experience. You know, she's got a lot of fights, man. She's got a lot of fights. A lot of fights. She knows what to do. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to come on to make this video, chat with y'all for a little bit. It's getting late. It's getting late. It's about time for me to go to bed. I did just want to come on and let y'all know, though. Just want to let y'all know one thing before we go. Before I go, I'll let y'all know one thing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. And be ready for it. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button, guys. I appreciate you guys coming through. Stamina MC, Marcus Bell, Joe Gravel, TJ 347. Hey, look, see who else was in here. There's a lot of y'all in here tonight. Combo Breaker 99, of course, man. Bully KO. Yeah, Bully KO didn't want to talk about that duck, duck, goose. He didn't want to talk about that. He didn't want to talk about that. No, Roger got out of here when I said something about that, boy. My name should have been Savage. Savage WMMA. That should have been me, Robert Henry. Woo! Boy, that elephant stayed in the room. I didn't even want to address that elephant, boy. That was a bad elephant. That was a bad elephant, boy. Woo, boy. That's all right, guys. Jillian Robinson, it is what it. If I was those girls, you know what I'm saying. If I was Antonina Shevchenko, I wouldn't fight Jillian Robinson either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is what it is. I wouldn't fight Jillian Robinson either. Maybe her dodging that fight stopped, and maybe Antonina dodging that fight stopped her from getting cut from the UFC. I think that's what it is. Jillian Robinson was her ticket out of the UFC. Woo, boy. Ooh, wee. Jillian Robinson was Antonina's ticket back to lion fight. Or wherever she came from. That was her ticket right back there. Woo wee, boy. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all, it ain't my fault that Jillian Robinson dropped that bomb on my podcast, guys. I didn't tell her to do that. If you can see by my reaction, guys, I had no idea Jillian Robinson was going to say that. I mean, she came. She came out of nowhere with that. I'm just listen, Stamina. Listen, I don't care what she is in the UFC. She ducked the fade with Jillian Robinson. I wonder was she flying or swimming when she ducked that fade? Ducks fly and swim. They paddle. You know what I'm saying? But if it walks, if it talks, and if it looks, then it's a. Anyways, guys, I'm getting off this podcast. I ain't gonna rub it in nobody's face no more than what I done did already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna finish the rest of my night. Enjoy my last day of my 3-day weekend tomorrow, and back to work it is for me. 3-2 since they seem to count contender series. Nowhere near getting cut, but you amuse yourself. Oh, stamina. Oh no, she's nowhere near getting cut. She's nowhere near getting cut. If she had lost to Jillian Robinson and she was 2-3 in the UFC, you're pretty close to getting cut, buddy. Hey, Marcus Bell, unlike you, I'm okay with that. See, I roll with my fighters, fam. Win, lose, or draw. You can call it looking like a fool. No, that's called loyalty, dude. What do you want me to do? Switch up on him? What you want me to do? Switch up on him, Marcus Bell? Hell no. Years of practice. With who, Stamina? With who? I listen. If you call looking like a fool your fighter that you said years ago would do well in the UFC going on a 6-2 run, if you call that looking like a fool, Stamina and Marcus Bell, then I guess I look like a damn fool. I I guess I look like a damn fool if you call a fighter that you projected would do well in the UFC goes on a 6-2 run. You know what I'm saying? With a 90-something% finishing rate. Um, if you call that looking like a fool, then I'm looking like a damn fool. I like the fighters that I choose go on these horrendous losing streaks. I pushed Mackenzie Dern. She's lost one fight. I pushed Tatiana Suarez. She hasn't lost the fight. I pushed Jillian Robinson. She's 6-2 in the UFC. I pushed Montana De La Rosa. She's what is it? Damn, I keep forgetting. Maya Stevenson, Rachel Ostovich, Nadia Castle. Barella. She's 4-2 in the UFC. I pushed Khabib undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Big Stipe fan. The GOAT. Khabib the GOAT. Yair Rodriguez. Only lost one fight in the UFC. Alimale McFarlane. Undefeated. Um, so it looks like I got a pretty solid team. I got a pretty solid choice of fighters that are my favorites. I got a solid choice. Because my fighters there ain't a whole lot of losing going on with the fighters that I just named. There's not a whole lot of losing going on with the fighters that I just named. So, if that's what you call looking like a fool, Marcus Bell and Stamina MC, like I said, I guess I look like a damn fool. And I'm out.